Yeah, my team. Big Bob. Hi guys, how are you? So today I want to tell you a very sensitive story about myself. About 2 years or 3 years ago, no, not 3 years, 5 years ago, that was in 2019, October 11, not October 11, October, November 8, at exactly 8 p.m, I was knocked down by a car. I was crossing the road. I was staying in Westlands I was staying with my uncle, and then so I was staying in Westlands at Servant Quarter, and now I got a job, and I decided, oh, tomorrow I might not be able. I got a job within the facility where my uncle was in. I'm not going to mention names, but just get it that way. So I got a job, and then I was like, I'm expressing like my body is not doing good. It's like my menses is already there. So I decided, let me go, because it was already 8 p.m. and tomorrow I'm supposed to report to work at 7:30 a.m. So I said, let me go now and buy something over the supermarket. There's a Naivas there in Westlands, the mall. So nikasema, acha niende saa 8 niende nikanunue sanitary towels. So nikamka. The funny thing is, sikuambia my colleague or my flatmate that I was going outside during that time. But and that is how death. Let me first take you back. During the day before 8 p.m, nilikuwa nika sneak out of job during lunch. Nikaenda kwa nyumba, nikasema, let me wash off my clothes. I don't want anything to affect my sleep tomorrow. It is going to be a Saturday tomorrow, during the weekend, because for me nothing comes between me and my sleep. By the way, I love sleeping. So tukasema, tomorrow nikitoka job nataka nitoke tu hivi, nataka saa 6 nikitoka tu hivi, nothing is going to become between me and my sleep, because I love sleeping. So nikasema nioshe manguo zangu nizianike, because tomorrow I want to sleep, not knowing the sleep was not an ordinary sleep. I was going to die. And that is how people premonition their death, literally. So after nimekuja nini manguo zangu nikaosha, nikarudi, then let me take you now back to where I started from at 8 p.m. Nikasema, let me go and buy sanitary towels. Nikaenda, so I was literally crossing the road, because I'm on the other side of the Art Cafe. You can see is it the Art Cafe or the Oracle PwC, your place? Then I'm crossing, I'm on the other side of them, then I'm crossing the other side. Niende nipate nini? Kanunue sanitary towels kwa hii super. So nikafika, now I want to cross the road. The next minute I woke up to my joints, my limbs, my hand broken, my head broken. And tell me, now kumbe all this time I was unconscious. For me, I felt like I was sleeping, and now I was like, I'm with my friend, tumeenda super, tunapenda kucheka, tukiona vitu zingine expensive na hazina maana. We just look at them and laugh. We're like, why can somebody come up with an idea of creating something like this? Alafu anauza na eBay. So we went straight to no, we didn't go straight to anywhere. I woke up, and when I woke up in a car, and my body is painful. Everywhere is painful. My leg had broken into 2 pieces, but though it was still closed, but the bones were ilikuwa hivi. Yeah, imevunjika kabisa. There's nothing left. Then I'm trying to, I can't feel my leg, my hand. This hand it was facing the other side. Even this one was facing the other side. So there was a good Samaritan who was called Mwende. I loved, and from that day I loved campus. This lady was going home from work. She dropped from the matatu she was in, came, helped me, and now she was crying as if she ever knew me before. So I woke up because of her cries. She was crying. Then all of a sudden I regained consciousness. They were like, "When ni nani?" I'm called Veronica. I was going to buy what had happened to me. Then akaniambia umepigwa na gari na tunakupeleka hosi. Can you remember any number? And funny enough, I'm very bright with cramming things. My uncle's number, I crammed it. Now this is where the gist is. My uncle hashikangi simu ya mtu, whether ni usiku, whether ni mchana. Kwanza usiku it is worst. He doesn't pick calls. So I gave them the correct number. There were two good Samaritans, and the guy who hit me, he was the one who took me. He was a very good person, So I thought that Brian Mashara, wherever you are a good person. He did not mean to hit me, but it was an accident. So tukaenda where we where was I? Uncle akapigwa simu ya kwanza, ikalia, he didn't pick. I'm not panicking and I'm in pain because he's the only person who we are with in Nairobi. So akapiga ya pili, it's not picking. Remember, my phone is not there, imeenda. Everything I had imeenda. Akapiga ya tatu. He now became curious. This person sent him a message that your niece Veronica has been hit by a car and we're rushing her to the hospital. He did not believe because Nairobi is full of shit, full of conmen and whatever. So he did not believe the message. But now, when the calls were so much coming in so much, Mwende is calling, another person is calling. He now became curious and called who? Judy. Is Veronica in the house? Judy was like, no, she went out, but she did not tell me where she went. Oh, okay. Then now she called the number. He called the number that was calling him repeatedly, and then he called Judy and told her Veronica has gotten an accident and we are rushing to Empisha Hospital. I told those people to get her to Empisha because by then we had an hospital along Wayaki way. It was called Medanta. I don't know where he went to. Medanta Hospital. And sorry. Medanta was full. They decided they're not taking me in, and now they wanted to take me to Kenyatta. But my uncle, it was God, because maybe my uncle picked. My uncle told them, no, don't take her to Kenyatta. Take her to Empisha. We have an MOU or a commitment with Empisha as a company. I'm not going to mention the company. So I was taken to Empisha. Immediately I reached Empisha. They started to do the first aid. And that is the best thing with private hospitals. You not be there and people start staring at you because you don't have money. We didn't have shishi, but immediately we arrived there, and they knew my uncle. I was stitched, nikaekewa bandage kwa mguu, kwa mkono, just for the first aid thing, because the people who took me, they did not do anything on me. Then I was taken well. After that, immediately my uncle arrived, because Westlands and Empisha it's not far. My uncle came with the lady I was with, and when they saw me, my uncle started to cry. When you see a man crying, just know that it is that bad. So my uncle negotiated. They wanted a 50,000 cash before they can admit me to their ward, and I was taken to a private ward where I stayed for a night, and then I was in pain. Even labor painers did not reach to where the pain I experienced that day is. I was in so much pain. Ikafika time, my doctor nikambiwa, your doctor will be here Dr. Pondo. The doctor who did for me a surgery was called Dr. Pondo. The doctor will be here at 4, so don't check anything. Imagine hiyo ni saa 4 asubuhi. Usiku kula because I was in pain. Saa 4 asubuhi sijakula. It's 4 p.m. I've not eaten. I'm in pain. Then my doctor came at around 7 p.m. and I was taken to theater. I was alone when I was being taken because my uncle was now also retired back home to go and change and interview. So I was taken to theater when he was not around. So nikapelekwa theater. Nikaamka kama yako. I don't know how long I stayed in the theater, but all I can remember is I woke up screaming and crying and asking God why. I know I had an accident, but why do this to me? In my mind, I was feeling like this is my hand. You can see there's a mark here. This is a mark. There's a plate inside. I'm told it's called a plate. This my hand was paralyzed. As I don't know, walidunga dawa ingine inafanya inakufa ganzi in the leg. So to me, when I woke up, I was like, this accident was this tremendous that they had to cut off my hand and my leg. How am I going to do it? Oh my God, I'm going to rely on a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I just completed university the other year. I've not even gotten a job. Who's going to take care of me? My mother. And my mother, I'm the one who was taken to school to take care of us. What is going to happen to all of us? I started to scream and tell somebody. The nurse told me no, yakukata nikoni mekufa tu ganzi na. And then I regained a relief. Then I was taken back to the ward. When I was taken back to the ward, that was the best sleep I've ever gone. So some people usually say that, oh, nilipelekwa theater, but then I was during the theater. Sijui nilipea dawa gani. I died. All parts of my body I was unconscious, full body. So some people usually say, ukipelekwa theater unaona sijui wakati gani. Imagine I didn't see. I was just sleeping peacefully. Or maybe death is not that bad. Maybe people just sleep. Ni overdo what on overdoing. So I was taken back to the ward. I slept. Imagine I've not eaten still. I slept. And when I woke up to a sore throat. And I'm like, so where did I get the sore throat? Until they told me that I don't know what they ingiza for oxygen. Wanaingiza mpaka kwa esophagus, the windpipe, mpaka kwa windpipe, so that it helps you breathing while they operate on you. That's why I had a sore throat, though it didn't last. Then nikaka for like a week. Then now physiotherapist akakuja. And now before we went up to the physiotherapist, the guy who hit me, that guy was good. The first day before I was taken to theater, the wife came with everything. His wife was called Nyambura. Nyambura, wherever you are, you're a beautiful woman, and just know that I still remember you. Then the following day, after the theater, the dad came. But for him, he was coming like every time. In fact, it's like Brian Macharia decided to just quit job for a week and just now look at the patient that he made in that to be in that position until I became fine. Then the physiotherapist came. I started to work on a wheelchair and I started to work on crutch. Let me tell you, Maina, don't ever see a person who's walking on a crutch and think that they enjoy walking on a crutch. The first time I hold a crutch and started to walk, I was like a child. Nilikuwa na dunia iko chini kabisa. The first time I stood up, I almost fell down. You don't have the confidence, is so gone. But I'm like, God, hii ni shida gani? Then I walked. The physiotherapist was so good. She was a woman. She was very good with me, very patient. kanipeleka polepole go up the stairs, then nikafika wapi, nikakuwa discharged. So this is what the juicy part of it is. My mom aliambiwa tu mimi ni mgonjwa, she wanted to come, but my uncle told her hajavinjika sana, because her coming to Nairobi was going to be another problem. So my uncle was just trying to make her feel better, though things were not better. So we went home with my uncle. My uncle was driving, so we went home. The first time my mom saw me, my grandmother was still alive. They started to pray. The prayer didn't finish. They cut it off. Kila mtu akaanza kulia, and I was like, you guys are crying and you've seen me walking on my own via crutches. Mngeniona that very day, mngefanya nini? Mngeniona hiyo siku nigongwa hapa. This place, I still have a mark here. This place was yote ilikuwa nje, mkono still have a mark. Then mguu, I cannot show you the mguu, but I still have a nini in my mguu. I still have a metal inside my leg. So nikamwambia, nyinyi mnalia nini? What are you even crying about? But I had to be confident so that they don't go overboard in crying, because if ningelia pia ingekuwa mbaya. And so it took me 3 months on a crutch, doing practices here and there. I gained weight because I was eating and doing nothing. I gained so much weight until some people thought I was pregnant, but I wasn't pregnant. And here I am today. So what I can say is God always has a reason as to why we're still alive. He still protect us from so many or so much that would have taken our lives. So all I want to say is thank you, God. And I'm here as a testimony to what you do to people. Bye.